Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and this is going to be a Bleach Manga 492 prediction. And I think I've said this prior to in my other videos, but the Bleach chapters have had excellent pacing lately. Like, I know a lot of people have been saying how great the Bleach chapters have been lately, but I'm just paying attention to the pacing. Like, Kubo, like he's been literally making, like, maybe not stuffing chapters full of stuff, but we've been getting a decent amount of stuff in each chapter. Like, I remember during the Fullbring arc, I felt like literally, like, every page, like, we would literally get a page of just somebody just turning their head or just walking or something like that. But we're actually getting a decent amount of panels in each page now, and decent amount of detail. So I'm really enjoying what Kubo is doing in this arc, not just as far as story wise, but as far as how much content he's fitting in each chapter. It's leaving me at least somewhat satisfied to look forward to the next Bleach chapter. But anyway, this chapter this week was great. We saw more action between Ichigo and Kurage, as you all probably know by now. And of course, we find out more about Quincy Volsendig and how, I know I probably pronounced that a little bit off. You guys can laugh if you want to. But Quincy Volstendig, of course, it's like the Quincy Letstill. I think that's how you pronounce it, Letstill. And but the difference is, even though he says that, like they're like heaven and earth, the big difference between the two, I guess you could say, is that Quincy Letson still is like the older version. Like it's like 200 years old. So I guess they are really different, so excuse me for saying that they were similar, but, like the idea is the same. They can gather reishi. So it's like it's almost like a Bankai for the Quincy's, except they're not losing their powers like they did prior to. That they can actually sustain their form, and it appears that they can do a lot more than what, for example, we've seen Uryu do. Like Uryu, he just shoots his arrows, but it seems like Kurage, he has of course he has his sword. He has wings. He's able to gather Ryetsu and actually be able to use, I'm not sure exactly what the name of the move is called, but I think it was called Judgment of God or something, where we saw him absorbing all this different reishi in Hueco Mundo, and saw Orihime, her Santen Keshun, actually got sucked away, like the reishi particles got sucked away, and he was just gathering them in his sword. And I was thinking like it was just going to be somewhat like a Getsu Potential, except extraordinarily powerful. But we actually didn't see him use it. And, it was a little bit disappointing because, of course, Ion made an appearance in the end of the chapter and like literally just punched him. So I'm thinking that Ion and Ichigo are probably going to go ahead and probably handle this fight now, because Ichigo, even though he was having trouble against Kurage, he wasn't having, to me, enough trouble for him to necessarily need to go Bankai, especially with Ion helping him out at this point. And, of course, there's another thing I forgot to mention. Earlier on in the chapter, Ichigo was talking about how Urahara told him about the Quincy Letstill and how that's how Uryu lost his power. So he did have a little bit of knowledge about that. But he wasn't exactly sure how Urahara knew that, and a lot of stuff he doesn't know how Urahara knows it. Which is why, I've had prior theories to this, guys, and, you can look through my videos, and you'll see I have a video about my theory on Urahara now. I think it's a couple months old, so my ideas are probably a lot different in the video. But I still think Urahara may be a little bit on the bad side now, so who knows, guys? Just look out. I mean, I don't know if he's the main villain or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if sometime in the future he did something in this arc. Who knows? I mean, it's probably a little too early right now for him to do anything, but he knows a bit too much about certain things. I don't think he's necessarily completely good. But we also actually got, of course, a little bit of insight on Soken Ishida and how he basically wanted to stick to his old ways of the way the Quincy's fought, which may explain why Uryu only uses like a Quincy arrows, or uses the Quincy bow, and he only knows for Quincy's to use a bow. Because I'm like, for now we're seeing Kurage use swords and stuff, and maybe they do use different weapons now. Maybe they do have swords, since we've seen Kurage use a sword. So I'm like, they're probably not as limited as they used to be before when they used to fight. Now I'm kind of wondering if Uryu will gain Quincy Volsendig, because if he knows how his grandfather felt about it, like, we know he's gonna get a power up behind this arc. You know, that's a given. I mean, there's no way he's not gonna get stronger when the arc is about Quincy's. And seeing as how strong Kyurge seems right now, I'm like, Uryu has a lot stronger. He can be a lot stronger than what he is, because seeing the stuff he's done prior to this, I'm thinking like, okay, this guy is literally giving Ichigo quite a hard time, to where I can't really see Uryu giving Ichigo a hard time at this point. So hopefully, like, maybe sometime soon we'll see him maybe learn a way to sustain Quincy Let's Still, and maybe, it won't necessarily be Volstendig, but maybe he'll learn a way to refine Let's Still and make it better, to where he's not necessarily losing his powers completely. Or maybe even Ryukin knows like, maybe a way to sustain that form, but it not necessarily be Quincy Volsendig. I don't know if you get what I mean, but I'm seeing it as far as there's probably more to it, as far as why Soken did not want to change his ways. I don't think it's just simple as that he was just an old man that just was unwilling to move with the times. There's probably maybe certain things it does to your body, or maybe, I don't know, maybe changes your perception of your thoughts. I don't know. But I think there was a reason for why Soken didn't just go ahead and do it. But as for what I think is going to happen next chapter, I'm thinking we'll possibly get an invasion of the Soul Society. But I'm thinking most of the chapter will probably be involving Aion and Ichigo fighting Kyurge, and probably towards the end, maybe I'd say, like the last half, we probably end up seeing the Soul Society getting attacked, and some of the Shinigami preparing for battle. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you did, and if you didn't, thumbs down. Don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section below, and give your thoughts as far as the chapter, and give your prediction. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and I'm glad or hope you guys enjoyed this video overall. See you later.